Hey guys, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. Before we start off today, let's finish off cleaning up some things from last episode. Aha, so as promised, I added the extra Empowerer for Empowered Restonia, and we also now have full passive automation of Elevatium. Let me run you through the things that have changed here. First of all, we have an energized smelter to make bricks. This is used in the Restonia. We also have this new compactor used to make signalum gears, which are also used in Empowered Restonia. Then we have a new crafter to passively craft us 3 different versions of the bimetal gears. The energized biometal gear is used in the Empowered Glod crystals, and the vibrant is used in Empowered Emeradic crystals. We also have a sawmill here to produce us sticks passively, which are used in the gear recipes, but we have them buffered here in this drawer for other recipes that we may need. So this now means we've achieved full passive automation of all of the inputs of these empowerers, which will always try to keep a stack in these drawers here. The next step to make Elevatium is to alloy smelt 3 of the different empowered materials into crystal bundles, which get output to this drawer. This alloy smelter will also only work if we are under 64 Elevatium in our system, and that way it just doesn't burn all of the input items to make empowered crystals. But once we make the crystal bundles, those are then sent to this empowerer setup, which we had before, which will empower them into the empowered bundles, which get output to this drawer. And then finally they are dropped in front of the atomic reconstructor to make Elevatium blocks. And I suspect, the Elevatium currently is all being used to make crystalline alloy, but soon enough this buffer will fill up, as we're only buffering a stack in the drawer, and then a stack in the machine here. But once these buffers fill up, we will start buffering Elevatium passively, and that I would say is a huge milestone to get that thing. I've really been wanting to get that done for the last, 10 episodes by now. But yeah, last episode we unlocked the ender chest. But to be able to craft more of these things, we need more ender cores. And to make these ender cores, we need more ender alloy. And one of these things, the enhanced one, takes this ender rope, which takes industrial leather. We all made this industrial leather yesterday, but we are still missing automations for imps and buffalo hide. And to get more of those things, I would like to get the powered spawner. This thing is going to allow us to infinitely spawn mobs and farm their drops more easily. However, the recipe for this thing is not cheap, and we need to do several crafting steps for this. But more crafting steps means more recipes, and as you can see here, we have totally filled up our interface slots. So I think it's time for another AE upgrade. Yeah, this should last us for probably another quarter of this episode, and then we'll have to upgrade it again. So I have reshuffled some of the P2Ps here, and instead moved them a bit closer to each of these crafting blocks. So that will give us space for another 4 CPUs here. And in fact, we can probably squeeze another 3 in the middle. But hopefully this is going to give us enough to put in the powered spawner recipes. It is also almost time that we upgrade our ME controller here. We're quickly running out of P2P faces. I think this one might be the last one we have left. Oh yeah, now we have a lot more space to work with inside here. Well, I guess at this point I'm just going to put in all of the recipes for these things. Oh, we need to set up some fluid transposers for this as well. Oh, I didn't see this before. But either way we've got a lot of recipes to encode here. And many recipes later, we are finally able to request our powered spawner here. I did also set up the fluid transposers and magma crucibles for both of the flight units. This setup is pretty basic. We just have 2 interfaces to supply the patterns, which go into the crates. The cryothium dust and glowstone goes into the magma crucibles, and then the control units are filtered into the fluid transposer. And then once they are fluid transposed, they both output to the bottom and back to the interfaces. The powered spawner also takes some of these weather crystals, which takes ender crystals, and this takes the enderman soul vials. We can't quite automate this yet, so I just went and collected some manually. And same with the dark solarium thrusters, we need these flight control units, I guess just the regular versions, which takes bat soul vials. And this thing I just collected a few manually as well. I think we're almost done here. Yeah, those flight control units take a little while. I should probably have upgraded the magma crucibles. Actually, before we finish the craft for the powered spawner, let's pick up the prerequisite quest here. There is the powered spawner. Alright, so with the spawner we want 2 different types of mobs. So actually we're probably going to want 2 of these things. The first mob we need though is the imp. So we first of all combine the soul vial with a broken spawner. This is going to change the broken spawner to imps, which we're going to combine with our powered spawner. So now when we give this a capacitor and some power, this is going to infinitely spawn us some imps. And in fact, what's the range on this thing? Looks like it's 9 by 9. I was thinking about putting this in our mob farm, since we already have looting on this mob farm setup, But our mob farm is only 9 by 6, I think, the way it is. So we're going to have to expand this out a bit. And to expand out, we need some more range on our fans, which does mean we need aerogel. Luckily, we do have some of this backlogged. But I think this is the thing that we have to solidify in the Aether dimension. Alright, so I've expanded out our room here, made some range add-ons for the mob fans, and I've placed down our powered spawner. So as you can see, this covers pretty much the full length of the room, but we're obviously going to want a way to control this and turn this off. So I'm trying to hook up some redstone here. I've placed a wireless receiver above this. I'm hoping this is going to give it power diagonally. I'm not actually sure yet, we'll test it out I guess. The powered spawner also takes a capacitor which will determine the speed and quantity of mobs spawned, and we'll obviously also need to give it a power cell. Alright, we've got redstone, we just need to turn this thing on, I think. I did also move our pink slime over, so that's going to stay in this room as well. Alright, we got everything closed up. Let's put on our night vision here. I got this lever hooked up to the spawner as well. Let's see if we can get some imps here. Oh, it did power it through the block there, which is a good sign. Hey, we're getting imps. Awesome. Yeah, there's our imp leather. We get raw imp hide. We just have to add a drawer for this stuff. Oh wow, this thing is super fast. We're not going to have to worry about imp leather ever again with this. Yeah, look at this thing. Looks like we also get sulfur, and then we'll also add the raw imp hide. I don't think there's any use for this stuff though. Nah, most of that's just going to end up getting voided anyway. Yeah, look at this. We're already up to 420, 430. This is crazy. This is so overpowered. Alright, but that is only one part of industrial leather. The other thing we need is buffaloes. So we actually have two options to farm the buffaloes. We could use the industrial foregoing route, and we could use a couple of animal feeders and animal baby separators to farm the buffaloes. Or we could just make another powered spawner, which is probably going to be easier to be honest. It is more expensive though, so I wonder if we have the materials for a second one of these things. We're just missing some sun crystals, some stone burnt, and a couple of ender crystals, which does take some more enderman soul vials. But yeah, we can actually grab a second one of these things for buffaloes. To get more buffaloes though, we're going to have to make a little song and dance again. We're going back to episode 2. Alright, so we need some cows, and we have to perform the buffalo ritual. So we'll put on our jingle dress again, and I think it's drum and then wind chime. Oh, I remember doing this thing. Alright, that was easier than the first time I done it though, at least. But now we have our buffaloes. Yoink. And now we can request our second power spawner. Man, these things are not cheap, but I think it's worth it. And we'll also have to jam our buffalo here into a broken spawner, which takes the better part of about a year. Alright, finally the second spawner finished crafting. I did also add 2 separate mob fans on the end here, as I noticed mobs tended to get stuck in the corners sometimes, especially some of the bigger Divine RPG mobs. Alright, so this spawner we can put on the opposite side of this power cell. It will lose a little bit of efficiency, as I think the range will clip into the wall here. But I mean, these things are just so fast anyway, I don't think it's going to matter. But we'll also give this one its capacitor. And then we just have to, I think we'll have to move this receiver over. Yeah, we'll move the receiver up a block, and then run some red alloy wire to power both of these spawners. Alright, let's see if this thing works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those are some big buffaloes inside there. Alright, nice. So we're going to get buffalo meat from this, buffalo tooth. I don't think there's any use for the buffalo tooth, is there? Nah, not really, not at this point. And most importantly, buffalo hide. So you know what, I think we'll just add the drawer for the hide, since all the rest of the stuff is pretty much useless at this point. Alright, so now that we're farming imps and also buffaloes, we can add recipes for their scraps. And this now means that we have industrial leather fully automated. The recipe for the treated leather takes the water bucket which we set up in this tank last time to be buffered in this drawer. However, you guys suggested switching over to the sequential fabricator from thermal expansion, which will also need the fluidic fabrication augment. This thing is kind of an interesting recipe here. We need the ME fluid autofiller, but it's nothing we can't make by now. We just have to add a few more recipes for the fluid things from Applied Energistics. So the way this thing works is, I believe you can, once we put in the augment here, we can set the recipe for treated leather. And we do need some more channels over here though. So to do that, I think we need to add some dense cable here to take our limit from 8 up to 32 channels. There, and that should allow us to get enough channels for this interface. We also just need power for this machine. And we'll set the import and export to the back. And then I think we'll also have to change the treated leather recipe to take out the water bucket to just supply the items here, which is going to go into this interface here. So now when we request the treated leather, it's going to put the items into the input slots of the sequential fabricator. Oh, for some reason it wasn't accepting water from the bottom anymore, so I had to hook up this extra fluid pipe to the side. But now it seems to have crafted it. And yeah, this is much faster. But we may as well keep this little water bucket maker here, since, I don't know, it could be useful in the future. Alright, so I think those were the last materials we need to automate the ender core. We are going to be using these much later on, but I think for now we're going to take a break from these ender cores and this chapter actually. And we'll actually have a look into chapter 14. There's still a few things in chapter 13 we have to do, but first of all let's start Divine RPG. So to start the next chapter we need to craft 3 different custom items here, and I believe each of these ones will spawn a different boss. The first boss is spawned in the overworld with the mysterious clock, and I'm wondering if we should actually passive this Steaming Restonia instead of doing it on demand. That may be worth looking into, but I think for now we'll just keep it as is. Also, this PRC could do with some upgrades. Oh, that's much better, although it's just finished, so I guess for next time. Alright, but that allows us to make the mysterious clock. So using this item will spawn the boss. Obviously we don't want to do it here though. And I don't know, are we prepared enough to fight bosses with this armor? You know what, let's call it good with the armor, but there's a few upgrades we can make to our laser gun. Now that we've unlocked Restonia, we can emboss this with the tough tool rod, and this is going to give us the hearts modifier. According to the book here, the hearts modifier will enable us to deal more damage the higher HP we are. And I think this thing can get pretty crazy. And why not? Let's also toss on some nether quartz for sharpness. So, do we just right click the floor? Oh! I did not expect that thing. Oh, that is a big mob. That's kind of funny looking actually. Alright, this was a lot easier than I expected. Let's see what he's got for us. Alright, he dropped his statue, some of his legs. I don't know if we need these things. Oh, I guess the legs were for the quest. Alright, but that's one boss down. The next one is the Call of the Watcher, which looks easy enough to craft by now. It's just another rainbow stone, some of the ender alloy, which we have automated, some watching eyes. I think we get these from our end farm, and molten stones. Alright, second boss, we apparently have to spawn in the nether. Get some potions. Oh, that was very close. I think Last Stand saved us there. But this guy should go down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's 2 bosses down. The third one we have to spawn in the end with the Horde Horn. Alright, let's hope we don't get one shot here. Oh, that's very ominous. Oh, is this more than one boss? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, alright. Ah! I can't see what I'm doing here. Alright, now we're getting some hits on him. The hitbox for this guy is kind of weird though. Yeah, this guy is tanky. Alright, this isn't too bad though, as long as we keep flying away. Oh, this is a long fight. Red is almost there. I think we got red. Yeah, we got red. Nice. There we go, purple down. Oh, and these guys dropped all of their statues, some wings, and we got divine boots. So with the first 3 bosses of Divine RPG down, it looks like now we have to create the portal. Where this portal goes, I'm not entirely sure yet, but we have to put together the wings that the boss dropped, the Eye of the Watcher, and the Ancient Legs. And with this we get the Unholy token, which we then have to craft with some of the Divine Shards and a Divine Stone, which is going to give us Divine Rock, and this we just have to craft a portal with. Let's also make sure we just claim our quest rewards here. I mean, it's not really stuff that we need, but you guys are definitely going to leave comments about that again, so yeah. Anyways, to light the portal though, we need this Twilight Clock over here. So taking a look at the recipe for the Twilight Clock, we need dark steel, blue fire stones. I think we have some of this stuff. Yeah, we got 5 from the Watcher, 2 tanks of jellied cryothium, and this memory card. And I was looking at this memory card a few days ago actually. This is quite the rabbit hole. So we need 1 tier 12, which takes 2 tier 10s, which takes 2 tier 8s. Looks like we just craft up from slime balls each time. And then we need 4 tier 6s. And this is Vivid Alloy and Advanced Ender Alloy, which is a lot of Elevatium. This is the one that takes the Crystalline Alloy, so I'm very, very glad we passived that stuff. But then we need the Ender Utilities memory card, which is lots of lithium, even more of these applied energistics memory cards, and more Ender alloy. So let me put in the recipe for this stuff and see exactly what we're missing here. So I put in all the recipes, let's see what we're missing here. I have a feeling we won't have enough carbon for this. Yeah, we don't have quite enough carbon. We are making this for steel, but we don't buffer it anywhere. The Ender alloy we have on passive, but it looks like we need to increase our buffers here. The bone meal we can just add a pulverizing recipe for, and the flint we can just craft from gravel, which just means we need another 260 Ender alloys. So in the quest line here, there is also these quests for the crystals. So I think they're used for the Ender Utilities portals. But it doesn't look like it's mandatory to get this memory card quest. And we do also finally get access to the cardboard box, which is a very long gate for this item. But yeah, I guess it is kind of powerful with the dolly. But we should make sure that we pick up 4 of the memory card 6s. And just looking at this ingredient list here is a bit intimidating to start off with. But I mean, everything is automated now, so we can hit the button and it does it for us. Oh, that's awesome to see this crafting screen like this. And I think our bottleneck in this whole process though is this chemical injection chamber. So let's give this guy some upgrades. And we have lots of sodium backlogged in this ultimate gas tank. It is draining here, but I mean, we don't craft a ton of this stuff at once, so I think having such a big buffer here of sodium is going to be fine. And in fact, what is our heat on the resistive heater? We're giving it 500 RF a tick. Wait, 500? I didn't touch this since I set this up. Maybe this is what was draining a lot of our power. Yeah, I mean 500 RF a tick was actually a decent chunk of power a few days ago, so yeah, I probably should have checked that. But anyways, it looks like this injection chamber is just finished. Alright, but after a few minutes we got our first memory cards. We'll claim our rewards here and try to craft the 12 memory card. Oh man, 576 vibrant alloy. And this is already with 4 of these 6 cards crafted. Yeah. 72 Steaming Restonia. This is crazy. But it looks like we have got a big enough crafting CPU to handle this. I'm just not sure how long it will take. Yeah, those logic processors are probably going to be the biggest bottleneck. Let's look into some acceleration cards. Let's see if we can get 18 acceleration cards. That'll be 2 for each inscriber. Yeah. Oh yeah, we should have put these acceleration cards in long ago. Although I guess, I mean, they're not the cheapest things in this pack. Let's also give this poor enrichment chamber an upgrade. I feel like every other machine on this corridor has had an upgrade except this little guy. There we go, you can become a factory now. But after some more patience, we have our 12 memory card, which completes the last quest in chapter 13 and unlocks the TikTok quest from chapter 14. So now we need the Twilight Clock, which just involves filling 2 tanks of gelid cryothium. So let's not wait around anymore. Let's see what Divine RPG has in store for us. All right, let's go. Or maybe not. Are we not going anywhere? Oh, we made it. I logged straight back into this dimension here. Alright, this is a very yellow place here. Well, these guys don't look friendly. Alright, so we are in Eden apparently. And let's check the quests and what we have to do here. Okay, so the first quest is telling us to enable command blocks. But now we need to find some Eden chunks. Oh no, we have to craft this Eden chunk. Okay, so we get this from Eden gems, which is from fragments. And we get this from Eden souls, which is from all of these cadilines that are about. I guess we have to kill some of the wildlife around this place. Oh, these are some strange mobs in Divine RPG. Oh, it seems they all drop the souls. Okay. We still need a few more though. Alright, so there's the fragments, and we make those into gems. And then we craft the gem into the Eden chunk. And you know what, before we go back into Eden, let's also upgrade our armor a bit. Those mobs were doing a bit too much damage for my liking. So we're going to put Empowered 4 on all of our gear. Alright, so I grabbed some potions and empowered our armor. Let's see what we can do with this Eden chunk here. It seems that we have to find a Sunstorm spawner. And I'm not sure exactly what those are going to look like. But we also have to access the Eden Temple. It just is a large structure, so I'm assuming that is it over there. There must be an entrance around here somewhere, right? Is it this thing? This looks like a portal of some sort. Perhaps this is the wrong structure to be looking at. Is this what we're looking for? Yeah, well, there's at least an entrance here. Let's see what's inside. We're greeted by Green Feet, who does not look very friendly. It's also extremely tanky here. This actually may be one of the custom dungeons the pack adds, but all of the stone is unbreakable, so we have to do this the correct way, so to say. Oh, there's some Tinker's tools here. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's a second entrance up here. Oh, that's a lot of mobs. Yeah, we may need some more sharpness on our weapon here. These guys are very tanky. 150 HP each. Alright, there must be a spawner here somewhere. There's too many of these guys. Oh, and a lever. What could this open? Oh, there is also this upper area. And I think this is what the lever might have opened up here. And the quest mentions that this is where the boss is. So if the other bosses are anything to go by, it's going to be a very strange looking boss. Yeah, I'll definitely take those. Oh, you know me. I'm not good with mazes. This looks like it could end up turning into quite an extensive maze. Dead end. Another dead end. Oh, and this also leads nowhere. Just more spawners. I've been holding right click for like a full minute here trying to kill all these guys. You know, all of these alloys would have been very nice yesterday. Man, there's tons of this stuff. Yeah, you guys just fight amongst yourselves here. Oh, this could be the end here. Oh yeah, this looks like a boss room of some sort. Once you're ready, press the button to summon the Sunstorm. Alright, let's get some potions on first. And I guess we're ready as we're ever gonna be. So let's summon this guy. Alright, first hit didn't deal that much damage. Oh, was that it? I feel like he was easier than the rest of the maze. Alright, we got the quest. Alright, let's get out of here then. He drops a key. I wonder what this opens though. There's this Eden door on the floor. Let's maybe try with this. Unholy Essence. And let's definitely grab up these diamonds. We are definitely running short once again. Alright, we made it out. Unfortunately, that guy only dropped 4 of his hearts. And we need 5 for the quest. Hopefully we can get these in another way, but I'm curious if this is the spawner we're after for our Eden chunk. Sunstorm spawner? Yeah, I think this is the guy. Alright, let's see what this guy's got. Summon in 5 seconds. Oh, there he is. Oh, we're almost dead. Oh, we're almost dead. Okay. We should be careful here. I think we got him though. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, there we go. There's our quest. So I think after taking a look at the quest here, this is all we can do in Eden. The rest of the stuff is going to be Abyssalcraft over here. Which I think is something we'll save for tomorrow. Where I'm actually planning on doing a little live stream. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It'll be usual time of 12 until 5. Where hopefully we can progress a little bit through Abyssalcraft. And we'll also try to get a bit more building here done on the base. I did say that last time and we never ended up building anything. So I don't know, we'll see where we can get to tomorrow. So yeah, with that I think we'll wrap up here for today. Check out the live stream tomorrow if you're interested. If not, regular videos will resume on Monday. So yeah, thank you again for watching and I'll see you all tomorrow for some more Divine Journey 2.